statement just on the general thoughts on the game.
Yeah, opening night of college basketball, stressful day, and the end result was the one that we wanted, so that's the most important thing. And now you can kind of take a deep breath. You get into this, quick turnaround, all of a sudden for us. So, I think we have to focus our attention on Thursday night. What do we have to do to be better? And then, continue to grow our team. I think you can see at times we have some potential to be a very, very difficult team. And then I think you can see the immaturity and at times the lack of concentration. And tonight's game was, sort of like, start of the second half, kind of regrouped, got going again, turned it down a notch. Like, you're not going to be able to kind of raise your level, try to pick yourself back up. We as a staff and our team really prepared, I thought, for Central Connecticut. I thought that Gene Rose tonight was an eye-opening cover for our front court and our staff. How are we going to defend guys like him? We had a lot of respect for Amos coming in the game. Very, very difficult guy. And I thought we did a better job. I thought our bigger perimeter players really did a better job on him. But we were up by 24, I think, with 10 to go in the second half, and I really felt we just didn't do a whole lot well, moving down. It was kind of like we got to the end, and we'll have to go out of that. But I will say, much better feeling winning the game and figuring it out from where we have to go here. And I think a big thing for our team will be who's going to step up on different nights. We're not going to have the ability to play house. When he has it going, obviously, like he had tonight, he played well. We needed him on the floor, but we're running into some depth issues there. We need to keep developing our younger guys, and we need to keep developing our bench and our team. I think we have a lot of guys that can contribute. When a guy's playing kind of like House was tonight, I think that may require him to stay out there a little bit more, but I'd like to get Cam in there, Connor, a little bit more. And then we got to get Louis going in a little bit. I didn't think Louis had his best game, but he's one of our best players. So I think, like I told the guys at the end of the game, we did the job, but I think we all know, man, we can play so much better, and we're going to have to on Thursday.
We'll open up to questions.
Coach, defense always put an emphasis.
Yeah.
First half, it didn't seem like they shot 8 threes, but they did. But it seemed like you guys did a good job. And that was that a big
Yeah, I know what the numbers say, but I just know from the eye test and understanding sort of how the game was going, I didn't think we were very good defensively. I thought we did a pretty good job in the ball screen, pick and roll, making them shoot tough twos. I think at the end of the day, that was the goal for this deal, was to make them shoot tough twos. We didn't really have an answer for Gene Rose, though. He had 21. He probably drew, how many fouls he drew? Fouls drawn 6. He drew 6 personal fouls himself. He was really hurting us. But I thought in general, we probably did a pretty good job of making them shoot tougher 2-point baskets. And when we were able to rebound, it was good. It was just probably the biggest glaring weakness of the game was the 15-second shots that they got. And we pride ourselves on being a good defensive team. I think we're going to pride ourselves always on being a team that can, win games with their defense. But, clearly with our inexperience, a lot of different guys, the system, we got a long way to go, but we can learn a lot from tonight.
And then the assist turnover ratio, still assist favorite.
Positive, yeah. We had 13 tonight, which is a few too many. I think at half, I'm not sure how many we had at half. We talked about it, but us taking care of the ball in the first half was a good sign. We were taking care of the ball a little better midway through the second half, which is then when we got our lead back, and then we turned it back over. We were sloppy, but 18 assists, I like. Always having 9, it's a tremendous job. He makes us go. He's got a great motor. He changes the speed of the game for us when he's in there. I love having him in there. We've got to keep tweaking to see the lineups that are in the game at the same time, but I just like the way Waze was playing tonight. I like the space, and in particular, when you have 9 assists as a point guard, 2 turnovers, that's good stuff.
With how limited you guys were offensively last year, how nice was it to see the ball going in the basket tonight?
It's good. Like I said, I think before the season started, we felt like we addressed some needs, and part of our need, inside presence, more firepower offensively, more skill. I think we have that. We're not shooting a ton of threes right now. You know, we're not just taking a lot of bad shots, but I think we're a better shooting team. Free throw line is really disappointing. You know, I know Jeremy, you know, really, he's probably sitting back right now frustrated because he's a much better shooter than that from the foul line, but the foul line's gotta be a point of emphasis for us, a strength for us. We left 10 at the board. We can do a better job there, but we're a better offensive team. We are.
Coach, Jaden's performance obviously speaks for itself, but you touched upon Always' performance with 9 assists, and then Weston also coming off the bench, 12 points. You kind of talked about how you want to improve the depth, especially in the backcourt. Are performances like what Always and Brandon put out today performances you expect out of them?
No question. I mean, I think watching Brandon play tonight was watching Brandon in practice. Watching Always play today in the game was watching Always in practice. And I think anytime that you can watch a kid play the game, and he's probably playing it the same way you see him do it every day, you know he's in a good headspace, and you know he's trying to do what you ask him to do, and at the end of the day, you know he's going to help you improve. And I thought both of those two guys really were big keys in this game in particular because of the foul trouble in the first half, having to start Brandon in the second half with Zeke with 3, and then just felt Waze had a better way with our team offensively, just in terms of the pace of play and how we were doing it. I liked what I saw from him tonight. So both of those two guys. Now, it's like I told those guys, you know, it's early in the season. Some guys didn't play as much. Some guys played a lot. Thursday night will be completely different. It just will. The good thing is, you know, I hope that we continue as a coaching staff to keep our guys in a good mindset where they can keep getting better, because we have a lot of different guys I feel like can help. And I'm not fearful as a coach to, you know, put any of the guys in the game. It's just, you're not going to play 13. You're not going to play 11. It just is. So we're going to have to keep guys hungry. We're going to have to keep guys motivated. But I promise you, on Thursday night, for us to win the game, it's going to require a combination of a couple more guys to play better.
And you got Cam Estevez, a true freshman, involved pretty early. He only ended up playing 6 minutes, but what have you been seeing in practice that prompted you to get him involved so fast?
Well, I think, you know, he and Connor could have probably, you know, saw some action in that first half as well. It's just the first game of the year, you know, and I think you as a staff, you're trying to make sure nothing goes wrong here. You just don't know. It's not like we've coached these guys for 80 games and you know you can trust them to come back. You don't know. So I think, you know, we gotta be able to have a little bit more faith. But Cam's done a nice job. Cam can shoot the ball. He's got good ball skills. He's fast. He's got to pick it up on defense, just like all of our group. But if, you know, Jaden doesn't play, you know, whatever he plays tonight, Cam's going to play some more. And I think Connor is going to find his way to the floor here a little bit more as well as we keep going, because he can really shoot the ball. But, you know, tonight, that's how we felt. That's what we rode with. Doesn't mean that'll be the case on Thursday, which is a good thing. You know, especially in our case, I don't think we have to rely on the same guys every single night. And that doesn't work out well come January, February, March. You need guys ready to play in that time. So we have to keep developing them.
Overall, what improvements did you see from Wednesday's exhibition so early in the season?
I didn't think we were as good running our offense and as smooth. Part of it may have been, you know, I thought Central Connecticut State did a pretty good job of pressuring. I thought they did a pretty good job of making things hard around the basket. They blocked shots, more athletic. But they didn't let us run our offense like we want to run our offense. I didn't think we moved it as easy. I thought defense to offense and transition-wise, we were much better. We converted, we got fouled. We did a pretty good job there. Defensively, we're not there yet. We're just not. And we're going to have to use our game experience here and rapidly improve to Thursday to be more successful.
Coach, congratulations. It was a great win for a lot of reasons. The other day we were talking about guards, and you talked about possibly getting Lewis and Always in there together. You did it tonight. How did
we have to do a little bit more as well. I think just Waze has a better pace to the way we want to play. Not that Louis doesn't do it. It just seems we get the ball more swiftly into our stuff. And he and Louis would have probably played a little bit more tonight together. But just felt like the group that was out there, especially at times, Brandon was doing well, Zeke was doing well, and I also thought that Jaden was doing well. But I thought those 3 guys played, you know, well enough to stay on. But Louis is going to get more opportunities to play with Waze, and I think that'll be important for our team as well, because I think Lou trying to maybe facilitate a little bit too much right now and not being as aggressive as we want him to be offensively, because he can score as well, so it'll happen.
Coach, you talk about this, wanting to keep this team's hunger. A lot of these kids, they not only worked hard, but they fought to be in this position. Can you just talk about just why you brought them here and their hunger that you expect from them the last?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, we were looking for guys that wanna, you know, are good basketball players, but we're looking for guys that wanna win. They were looking for some different opportunities, you know, and all these guys had a lot of different journeys to get here, especially all of our new guys, but there isn't a guy in our locker room that's not here right now that doesn't want to win and isn't about winning. Now, them putting it all together and figuring it all out, you know, that's the $1 million puzzle, but we brought guys in here, came here for the right reasons. It wasn't about statistics, it was about development, it was about coming to a place that wants to compete. And I think, you know, you see the talent level and some of the pieces that we have, but I also think you see some guys that are playing together here early in the year. They're playing the right way. You know, that's the one thing I would say about our exhibition and tonight, playing the right way for the most part. You know, we gotta clean some things up and get a little better, but all of our guys are here for the right reasons.
Coach, first game of the regular season with the preseason polls and the ups and downs last year, we knew what attendance would have been, but Roy Nation seemed to come out and support you guys.
Yeah.
Do you have a message just for the
Students were fantastic. I thought the ruckus section, being what it was tonight, we had a great turnout there. And just in general, I thought we had a good vibe in there tonight. We need more. We need to win more. So, you know, they can look at you and say, yeah, coach, you need to get some things out there that look good too, and we'll come see you. And then I need to say, well, we'll try. We need you. We need each other. There's nothing more important to this season or moving forward down the line than developing a place that doesn't lose at home. I don't care where you're at, or where you coach, or where you play. The thing that you remember about your career, the seasons, is the home games that you play, that the crowd wills you to a win. And, you know, maybe tonight wasn't that night, but maybe Thursday's gonna be. We're going to need the Ryan Center to be our greatest gift, you know, and our students, they're big time when they come, and we need to get more people in there. We have to play better, you know, but like Thursday night, I'm just telling you right now, that Thursday night's gonna be a really hard game for us, and you know what, we may need the run, we may need them to push us on the run, but the home court advantage is so important to get that thing going in here right now, and I'm thankful for everybody that came tonight. I hope they all come back and bring +1 with them. And we just gotta keep building this thing together, and at some point in time, you know, we'll have a great combination. Not only do we have a great team that plays the right way, we also have an amazing home court, because I've seen it when it is. And we gotta fight hard to get that done.
What's the latest with David Green? Any update there?
Waiver status, pending, I guess. But it isn't like somebody says, hey, we'll get back to you on that. I guess we find out when we find out. And David's handling it really well. And to his credit, practices hard every day, and he knows deep down inside, if it doesn't work, he's at a great place, and I think that's the most important thing.
Coach, Rory didn't appear tonight, didn't play in the exhibition, said, you know, he might show up. Is there any update on him?
Yeah, Rory's fine, he's available. He's coming off that thigh contusion of last week that limited his practice time. Healthy and ready to go tonight. Was the coach's decision not getting in, but I think as he keeps going here and gets working himself back, he'll find his way back to the floor at some point to help us.
All right, folks.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.